Hello, guys, and welcome back to a Q&A. The lighting of this is awful. We're just like doing it randomly because we don't think that there's going to be another time to do this.
Not have any time today to film it.
And it is Sunday. My due date is in 2 days, and I'll probably post this on the due date unless I have like an insane amount of time tomorrow to edit, unless I'm like in the hospital.
Yeah.
We'll see. Do we have our hospital bags packed? Before, no one asked that question, which I'm really shocked at, but I wanted to get it out there.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, people have been asking us. It's yes and no. Mine's packed with all my goodies, but Laura's is still in a box, waiting to be put into a bag.
Yeah, I had like an extra Amazon box. Also, if you can't tell, I think I have a sinus infection again or something.
She did not sleep at all last night.
No, not doing well. But all my stuff is packed. It's in an area. I just need to put it into a certain bag.
Yes.
When we decide to go. Her coming home outfit is packed, and her little hat, and I'm waiting on a pair of booties to be delivered tomorrow. They better make it in time. I haven't packed the letter board. I mean, I like chaos. I like waiting till the last minute. I'm a procrastinator. So I want to be laboring and be like yelling down the hallway like, don't forget the
chargers.
And Madison's bag, she says is packed, but it has no clothes in it.
No, now it does.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay, because she had to leave today for like 3 hours, and I was like, bring your bag just in case. We don't know at this point.
So you had to come sprinting into the hospital.
Which actually, I should give a quick little update. So my due date is Tuesday, April 6th, and my midwife, who I have a very deep personal connection with.
It was awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. She has to get a surgery on Friday.
Baby's gonna be due.
Yeah, so baby's coming this week. Like, we're on the final countdown for real. But she did a membrane sweep on Tuesday and a check, and I was 3 centimeters and 60%. And she was like, I don't think you'll make it through the weekend. And I'm like, here we are. So on Tuesday, we go in for our 40-week appointment. And then if I still am not in active labor or whatever, then on Wednesday morning, we're gonna go in and she's gonna break my water. So either way, we'll have a baby on the 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th.
Yeah.
Which, like, just my luck, it would be the 7th, because I'm like, I don't love that number the most. But oh well, it would have been so cool to have it on 4, 3, 2, 1. I was like hoping, and it just didn't happen, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay,
so hospital bags they're fine.
We use all the stuff every day, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. We would have taken it out of there at some point.
Yeah, like, how do people pack their bags and then...
Like, do you just have 2 of everything? Because
yeah. We're not meant for like the internet. People can't handle us. What is our postpartum plan? How long am I staying home? What about Mads? I am staying home for 12 weeks and at least 6 of them full time, or like fully not working. Does that make sense? Zero work?
Yeah.
And then at the 6-week point, I'll probably start like doing emails and that kind of stuff, and like maybe bringing her into the office. But as far as like daycare and that, we're going full 12 weeks. I'm taking as much as I can. I work on a really small team, and we're all women, and they all really respect and care about that. So with the direction of my boss and my team, I'm taking the full 12 weeks. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
Mads?
I am taking 2 weeks as a whole, but it's gonna be spread out, whether, like, if she goes in tonight, then I'll probably take out till Wednesday. But since her sister's here, I want to give her some time to spend with Laura and baby girl, and then I'll take more time off once she leaves, since we won't have as much help. So
yes, my sister gets here on Tuesday, and she's here I think for 10 days, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
And then Mads would take a little bit more time off, and then Mads's parents are coming the end of April as well. Really, Mads doesn't get any time off like through her work. It's just PTO that she's accumulated, so we're kind of taking it day by day and going from there. Things from your first labor and delivery you would prefer to be different from the first, or things that you would prefer to be different from your first labor and delivery. I 100% would love if my epidural worked. Jesus.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
That would definitely help. I don't know.
I think it was awesome.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that, and looking back, I'm like, yeah, if it doesn't work this time or if there's not enough time, blah, blah, blah. I am very happy that at the end of the day, like, I had a vaginal birth and that I was safe and Landon was safe. And honestly, the epidural, and if I could not tear,
yeah,
that would be great, especially like I had a 3rd degree tear with Landon. So like 2nd or 1st degree tear would be a win over it. But I've been doing a lot of pelvic floor PT and working on my breathing.
She has been doing awesome.
So I'm super hoping that that has like paid off and that I won't tear, but you never know. Pushing is really hard if you've ever had a baby, because you don't really understand how to push until it's over, and now I'm like, I don't remember how to do it because it was so long ago.
Yeah. And
I don't feel like I understood how to push until my last push to get him out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's not fair. We got asked this a lot, and I can't believe people have the audacity. Just kidding. Is this our last baby or no?
Even at my work, I get asked that a lot.
I'm like, let me get this one out. My pregnancies last forever.
It's not shut off, but it's not, we don't know.
Yes. Our donor retired, but we still have 7 vials, which is a lot.
Yeah, since we've only used 2.
Yes.
Which is like huge.
The luckiest thing ever.
Yeah.
We're very, very lucky. We've always said 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And this will be 2.
So
we'll see.
Maybe. Stay tuned.
Sorry, I keep having to cough. What are we looking forward to about having 2 kids? What are we excited about and nervous about?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I'm excited for Landon to have a permanent buddy. Like, I remember, you know, playing with my siblings, you know, my entire childhood. That is really important to me. So I think that's gonna be really cool to see him be a big brother. What I'm nervous about is
him being a big brother and not having our full attention. That's what I'm nervous about. Like, I'll insert a picture here. I think Landon knew that today was my last Sunday with him, just as him as my only baby, because this is our last weekend. And he was so snuggly and cuddly, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready.
Especially on her, like, he's been like that with me, but like,
which we've kind of done oddly on purpose to like make sure they're bonding enough so that when I'm like nursing the baby that they still have their special time. But I don't know, I'm really nervous about that. I think we both know going into it, we want to make sure we have alone time with both kids, like as they get older and everything too.
But I'm worried I'm not going to be able to give that to each of them as much as we would like.
Yeah, but I'm excited to be a family of 4. I'm like, that feels more like us. It's just so weird that Landon's not gonna be an only child.
Yeah.
What is something we're most looking forward to after having the baby? I guess it's kind of similar. I'm actually really excited. We're going to Hawaii in September, and I'm really excited to go and like have a vacation after like COVID and this pregnancy, and not that COVID's over obviously, but
we were supposed to go before.
We're supposed to go a year ago.
It's been a long time coming. We've talked about it for years, and we finally put it into action, and then it got canceled. So I think it was just this turmoil of waiting. Yeah,
and I'm just excited to see Landon play in the sand and in the ocean, and I keep almost saying her name, but baby girl, to be in a little freaking ruffle-butted swimsuit. Matt hates my swimsuit options for her, but I love them. We got a lot of kind of the same, like, what are you looking forward to? What are you most nervous about? What are you most excited about? Becoming a family of 4. I think we kind of all hit it there. And I think like any other parent can kind of relate, like, how could you ever open your heart and love another child? Like, whatever. But I've heard it's just
But everyone who has multiple has told us that it's when you know, that'll happen.
Someone said, did you guys pick a name out? Yes. And then someone said, how did we decide on her name?
And we have no idea.
We cannot figure out how we came up with the name. It's hilarious.
The middle name was pretty
actually I've always liked the middle name, and then one of our friends was like, we don't want to have kids, but I love this name, and I was like, I love that name, and I've been trying to make it work, but then with the first name it somehow all worked. And I know this is really vague and it'll all make sense when you see her name, but both Landon's name and her name have 6 letters and have like the same consonant vowel setup, and it'll make so much more sense when you know the name. And then the middle name is kind of like an homage to us.
Yeah, we've never met anybody with this name, so we kind of
The first
like
name?
that. Both.
Well, same, but the middle name is like common now.
But I don't know anyone.
I don't know any, and I've never heard the first name ever.
Yeah, same.
Like I've never heard anybody with it, but it's still it's still spellable.
It has like lineage, that's not the right word, like a...
Oh, the same etymology as
yeah.
Landon's name, which is super cool.
Yeah.
So with all these hints, you actually could figure it out if you really care. Go to babynames.com. No, I'm just kidding. But when I liked the name, I told Madge, she was like, oh, I like that. And it was like in November, like once we found out it was a girl, which is crazy. And then we started calling her it, and now I'm like, wow, it's been 4 or 5 months since we've been calling her it, and I couldn't imagine going a different way. Yeah, I'm just really excited to like say it out loud. Let's do...
Mia?
Ooh, simple, but not really. Are we ready?
I thought I was ready until last night, and Laura was like, I think I got a contraction. I'm like, okay, well, I need to clean this whole house.
Yeah, and she like did the kitchen, she did stuff this morning. I'm like, if this is all I need to do to get you to clean, girl.
I did the pack and play this morning up next to our bed. I swept everything, I vacuumed everything.
I redid dresser for Landon's room and moved the... Thank you. And moved the changing table dresser from Landon's room into the nursery. I posted a picture on Instagram and someone was like, ooh, are you gonna do a nursery tour? I was like, you must think I'm insane if you think that I have a nursery or anything remotely close to that ready. Like, in a weird way, we've been more focused on making sure Landon's okay, which I think is in my opinion, I think is the smart thing to do. Because we're getting his dresser, like making sure it's safe. That was why we got a new dresser, so that he couldn't pull the drawers out. And then his like Montessori bed, floor bed, comes in a couple weeks, so then he'll have like a full-size big boy bed. And then
we've been talking to him about it every day so that he's not like shocked when it gets here.
Yeah, and he likes the bed. It'll just have like short rails kind of.
Yeah.
And then the crib will move into what's now the guest room / office, but it'll be the nursery. And then the glider will move out once we have the room for it. But then my sister's coming to stay, so we still needed it to be a guest room. So absolutely not. Our house is not ready at all. We have clothes, we have diapers, we have my boobs. I feel like we're as ready as we'll ever be.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything to prepare to be ready, so I'm not mad at where we are in readiness, but I'm like, I'm not as ready as some people are. I just don't care as much. Not in a bad way.
No. But
we're on the same page.
Yeah, I had a coworker the other day that was like, do you have a theme for your nursery? He didn't know that was a thing that people did. I was like, well, we did for Landon's, but not this one. And then somebody overheard was like, yeah, nobody ever does for the second. And I thought it was kind of funny because literally, like, that's how it is, you know? Like,
yeah.
So, like, not that we're not excited for this one, but...
Well, but Landon is getting to the point where he's so smart where he's gonna... I mean, he's young still, but he's getting to the point where he's gonna start remembering things.
Yeah.
And baby girl is not gonna remember things at all.
But also, I think that we thought that the nursery had to be set like the moment that they came home, and after Lena we realized that that's not the case, you know, that after already having
I didn't even set up his nursery till I was 39 weeks.
Yeah, she did it the week of. But I think that you kind of realize that you have more time and that you are able to do things with a kid.
Yeah.
And that you don't have to like kind of freak out before they get here.
One other thing I'm excited about that I forgot was to like baby wear. Like I've gotten a few cool like wraps and stuff, and wear the baby.
Oh.
Because I didn't do that with Landon. No. Sorry, I know it seems like sidetracked, but I was just thinking about all the stuff.
Well, I thought about we have 3 carriers, and like
we have a lot of carriers, but I got more. And this one I'm really excited about because you just like put it on like a t-shirt. That's why I didn't like them, because there's a lot of setup, and this you just like put on and then stick the baby in there. And I think that is gonna be really helpful with chasing Landon around and like
going on walks.
Yeah, that is what's gonna be so different, is that we're already more active, like in a really, really good way.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like, oh, 1 week postpartum, I'm gonna go to the gym. Like, that's not what I mean by active. Just like as a family, like we go on walks at least once a day,
yes.
if not twice. And this week it's been 3 times because I'm trying to walk this baby out. That's another thing I'm excited about too, is to like see our kids grow up around like a fit and healthy lifestyle and like sports and all that.
Same.
I'm pretty stoked for that.
Yeah.
Yes. And since softball is back, that's how we should have done it this whole time. We look so cute. Yeah, since softball is back, I'm like, let's fucking go to the World Series this year. Let's just put her in a carrier and just go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of editing this right now, and look how much better the lighting is during the day. It's like, that's when we should have done it. But I got a couple of other questions that I wanted to answer super quick. I know this video is long, but thank you for sticking around if you have. Somebody asked, since working out is so good for my mental health, it was the Binghams, Brittany. How do you plan to keep that up in those first 6 weeks of healing after birth? So I have been working with my pelvic floor PT, which if you don't do that, you should. It's awesome for everyone, and I feel like I'm such a proponent of it now. We have been working for the last few months on kind of my plan throughout labor and delivery, like leading up to it, throughout, during, and then after. So she told me recently that research was just released that now you can start working out at like 2 weeks postpartum, like body weight and air squats and really light upper body. Like, I don't mean like CrossFit, so don't come after me. I think something I'm really looking forward to is just taking a lot of walks. Really easy, light, around the block, like to get the mail and back walks, that kind of stuff to keep me sane. But I also, this pregnancy started an anti-anxiety med, and I'm like super proponent for that too. And I tried to start that at a good time so that I wouldn't be like kind of battling that during, because I know working out is really, really good for my mental health, but I knew I wouldn't be able to depend on that afterwards. So long story short, I'm still gonna try to move and be as active as I can with following Landon, and hopefully I have a vaginal birth again and my recovery is a little bit easier, but we'll see. You never know. I'm excited to go back to the gym eventually and like really ease back into it, but I'm in no rush, and I have a good community there, and the gym is really close. It's like 2 blocks away, so if anything, I'll probably take walks there once I have the stamina and go say hi to friends and stuff. But I don't know, I'll keep you guys posted on that, because I'm excited for like how this postpartum journey is going to be different from the one with Landon. The 2 other questions we got, one, is Landon ever a bad boy? Because he seems so well behaved, and honestly we're pretty lucky. He still has his little tantrums, like he'll just like fall on the floor and like kick and scream, and we're confused and we're like, use your words, tell me what's wrong, and then he's like, okay, everything's fine. So I think he just gets frustrated when he can't communicate, but he's so good at his language that it helps us communicate with him to like solve the problem, so he doesn't super act out, at least that we've noticed. But I don't know, we're just really lucky. And then the other question is, what is it like working out while pregnant? And it is freaking hard. Today, I'm 40 weeks, so today's my due date. It is so hard. Like, everything just takes a long time, and I can't breathe all the time, and being sick hasn't helped. But it's hard, but I felt like it was worth it, and I hope that it helps me during labor and delivery. So that is the rest of the questions. Back to bad lighting with me and Mad. See you in a second. That is all we're gonna answer today. There's a few more about maternity leave, another baby, name stuff, and then someone said nothing to ask, just praying for you and baby for a safe and healthy delivery, and that is very sweet.
That was really sweet, thank you.
So thank you to everyone who sent us in questions. We are gonna go eat some dinner and prepare for the week ahead, because we are going to have our second baby. All right, so that's gonna be it. The next video that you see will be the labor and delivery vlog, which is crazy. Well, I hope she comes soon, and on her own would be great, but I also,
I hope that we get footage, because last time we had the help of Laura's sister, and she was clutch.
And I've just heard that it just comes so much faster with your second. Yeah. So I'm trying to just be realistic. We'll have something. And then you guys get to know her name. We're really excited about that. So This is it. We'll see you next time, where I will be in a lot of pain, and I can't wait to just bring another child into the world alongside you. And
you're gonna do great.
I feel like I'm like saying goodbye, but I don't want to say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and thanks for following the Whitney Fam. Bye.
Bye.